here are the problems you asked me to review. This is the first one from review set 8A, number 1D, and the instructions on this are to factorize fully. So what we're going to do is look for this. We know it's a quadratic because it has x squared, and it has no middle term with, say, like a 2x or something like that. But I do also notice that there's a subtraction sign here, which means that there's a difference going on. And I also notice that I've got a square, a perfect square, and a perfect square here, which means I can do a difference of two squares factorization. So I'm going to take the square root of both this term and this term. So my square root of 4x squared is 2x, and that goes here and here. And my square root of 9 is 3. And this sign, I need a positive and a negative. So I get 2x plus 3 times 2x minus 3. And you can multiply this out to check it, right? Distribute to be sure. We get 4x squared minus 6x, and then plus 6x minus 9. These cancel, and my checking leads me back to the same original thing. All set. Here's the next problem. And pretty much always before you start doing these, and it comes into play here, is if you see a common factor, and it can be a number or a variable that's common, you want to factor that out first. So I'm going to take out the 2, and I'll be left with this. And then I'm going to product sum factor this, keeping the 2 in front. My product is 3, my sum is 4. They're both positive. So, and my only factors of 3 are 3 and 1. Either 2 positives or 2 negatives would give me a positive 3 as an answer. So I've got x. You clear on this one, right? That's my answer. So I've got x plus 3 and x plus 1. And I'm done. Here's the next question you asked for. It's exercise 17B, number 3. It says the larger of two numbers. Your first hint is it says two numbers. So we're going to have two variables. And we like to use x and y, as you know, right? So we're going to assign these numbers, x and y. The larger of them, let's call that one x, shall we, is 4 times the smaller. Let's just label the larger and the smaller 1x, 1y. So the larger, that's x, is, right, equal sign, 4 times y, the smaller. That's one equation. Their sum, notice the comma here, means we have kind of a new concept coming. And their sum means adding. So separately from that, we also have the sum of them, so x plus y, is 85. Now you have two equations, and you can solve them either simultaneously or by substitution. We can do it both ways if you'd like. Let's start with substitution. So I know that x is 4y, so I can substitute 4y in for x, and I can write, this is supposed to be 85. 4y plus y equals 85. So this is 5y equals 85. Therefore, y equals, is that right, 17? Once I know y, I can solve for x. Now I know that y is the smaller one, right? So if I do 17 times 4, I should get the larger number, shouldn't I? So that's going to be 8, carry the 2, 68. And my smaller number, or my larger number is 68 and 17. If I were to go back and add them, I should get 85, right? Yep, 85. That worked. For this particular problem, it's a little messier, but we can line these up. And remember, we need to have x and y kind of on the same side. Makes it easier in some respects. 85 here. If I change, I need to, say, cancel one of these out, right? So let's say I want to cancel those out. I'm going to change the sign of each of these, and I'm going to add them. So I get negative 5y equals negative 85. And notice how that's kind of the same problem, right, as I just had over here. Only the signs are different. So from there, you know you're going to get the same answer. Okay?